Hello and welcome back to JimMurphyMP.com. We're keeping in touch with local politics and news. The big news here in East Renfrewshire over the past few days was the massive demonstration through Newton Mearns. Over 2,000 people turned up last Sunday to an event that was you've seen on all the newspapers, I'm sure. So well done to all of those involved in that. When Ken McIntosh and I suggested we organise such a demonstration, most people thought it was a little bit crazy because Newton Mearns doesn't have demonstrations. But thanks to all the campaign groups and all the volunteers who helped make that a success, who stewarded, who publicised it, who celebrated it, and to the speakers, particularly to the two youngsters who spoke at the event. So thanks to everyone who publicised it. But that's just one part of the campaign, and the campaign will continue. And I suspect there'll have to be more public events, more petitioning, more demonstrating. But I think our campaign got an enormous shot of courage and a real boost last week with that enormous turnout that was so well kind of reported and so enthusiastically received through the streets of Newton Mearns, because it just wasn't the people on the demonstration, it was people waving from the window and hooting their cars, and there were many people for whom that was their first ever demonstration. Less dramatically, but quite importantly for a significant number of local people around about, the GHA Rugby Club is their proposal to develop AstroTurf football pitches with all of the traffic and associated noise and light pollution. I'm now told, although I'll wait for the details, that application has been withdrawn. So there's one real success for community campaigning, and again, I'm delighted that Ken and I may have played any small part in helping to make that happen. So well done to the campaigners themselves, because they took real charge of that campaign and seem to have got a real success. More widely than here in East Renfrewshire, my work this week in Parliament has been back after the long recess of the summer recess, with a statement about the death of Bahar Musa, a young Iraqi who was abducted, taken into captivity by the British Army back in 2003, and he was beaten so badly. He was killed in captivity, and he died because he was in British captivity. And while I've got criticism of Liam Fox and the way in which the MOD budget's been organised and some of the decisions have been taken, I think what he's doing on this is absolutely right. He's been strong, he's been firm. He said that this, while being an isolated incident, undermines the kind of sense of leadership, type of principles, the type of values that Britain wants to instill in the world, and has brought a blight on those who were involved. And my demand now is that those who were involved, who were court-martialed, in light of this new evidence in your report, those who were involved and who are named in this report cannot hide behind the silence and their intransigence at the court-martial. They cannot hide behind a cover-up by their colleagues in the army, and they cannot hide behind the unwillingness of the chain of command at the time to have acted in the right way, because this was unforgivable. And in light of this new evidence, they cannot be immune from further action within the Army's chain of command, but nor can they be exempt from further legal prosecution, because they cannot avoid their responsibility in these horrible events. That's all just now. I'm delighted with the demonstration. Good news about GHA. So please get in touch in the usual way on Twitter, Facebook, email, and as I always say in the old-fashioned way, pop down to the post office, get a stamp, put a letter in the post box and send it to me in the House of Commons. Cheers, bye-bye.